You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. So we're going to be talking on the phone to Helen, all as part of our regular slot we do with her. Firstly, thank you very much for joining us. I was just hoping you could introduce yourself and, of course, your organisation.
Yeah, of course. My name's Helen and I'm from the Swale Film Society. We show a film on the last Friday of every month at the Avenue Theatre in Sittingbourne. We're a community-led film society run by the community for the community. We are volunteer-led and not-for-profit. We really like to show a variety of films, ranging from silent films of the 1920s right up until more modern films, such as last month we showed I, Daniel Blake, which was a huge success. And we also like to show some foreign films and also animations when we get the chance, all in order to provide a wide variety of films and film experiences for our audience.
I was going to say, I'd imagine last month's film was popular, especially as it hadn't been released on DVD, had it, when you showed it?
Yeah, that's right. We managed to be able to show the film before it came out on DVD release. And we were absolutely astounded because we sold out of every single seat at the Avenue. So we had 88 people come along to see it.
I was going to say, because it's a fair size, so to get that filled, I bet you were really pleased.
Oh, we were absolutely over the moon, and it was such a surprise because, people could reserve tickets online through our Eventbrite event, but we didn't imagine for one moment that we would sell out, all 88 seats. So it was really fantastic to do that, and it was quite nice to be able to talk to people that were coming along because some people had already seen the film at Faversham Film Society, yet they felt so moved by the film and sort of enjoyed watching it so much that they came along to our screening as well, which was absolutely wonderful.
So tell us what this month's film's going to be.
Okay, so for this month we have coming up a film called Metropolis. It's a sci-fi epic, and it was made in 1927 and directed by a man called Fritz Lang. The film is set in a futuristic city sharply divided between the working class and the city planners, and the son of the city's mastermind falls in love with a working class prophet who predicts the coming of a saviour to mediate their differences. Visually, it's a very striking film with the futuristic cityscape and the design of the female robot character, which is actually an iconic image of the film. Our local illustrator, Sarah Cochran, creates an illustration for every film we show. And this month she's done a really fantastic one that kind of combines the female robot and the cityscape together. So that's something that our members will be entitled to when they come along to the screening. So getting back to the film, Metropolis is one of the most famous of all German films and is often referred to as like the mother of sci-fi. And when you see it, you'll be able to see how it influenced films such as Blade Runner, Tim Burton's Batman, and even Star Wars, just with the way that it looks and the design of the set and how it plays with sort of angles of like light and dark. And another thing that's quite interesting about the film is that shortly after Metropolis was released in 1927, an entire quarter of the original version was cut by Paramount for the United States release. Which many people saw as like an act of butchery, very much against the director's wishes. And then the cut footage was believed lost. That is until it's known as one of the most remarkable finds in all of cinema history, when several dusty reels were discovered in a small museum in Buenos Aires in Argentina in 2008. So now the film is fully reconstructed and restored to its full glory, and it even comes complete with 25 minutes of lost footage and a new 2010 symphony orchestra studio recording of the original score.
So even if someone has seen it before, they probably haven't seen this version, very likely.
Yeah, that's right. And, it really does give so much more depth to the film and makes it even more, fascinating to watch than before with the footage that was missing.
And another thing I didn't realise, actually, you mentioned, was about how you have your own illustrator locally do a sort of, a piece of visual for each film, which actually makes it quite personal and local to your film society. So, because, often people just use the standard sort of press release picture. So, but that's quite a nice thing to have.
Yeah, it's really wonderful to have Sarah on board, like doing the illustrations for us. Because her illustrations are absolutely fantastic. They're really stunning, and she always manages to capture like the essence of the film, like the thing that kind of stands out the most. She puts in a really nice image. And so what we do is we put that image on a postcard, and then on the back of that postcard we have information about the film, like when it was made, who it was made by, and some other little facts. So that's something really nice for our members to be able to take home. So they've got like a souvenir from the film, and they can also they can remember, what films they saw and when. And they've also become quite collector's items. And it's quite nice that they can take something home that's so unique to the Swale Film Society and to the films that we show.
And I know something you like to do at the Film Society is also have a chance to talk about the film. And with this film now having the lost footage in it, I bet that's going to give you quite some areas to cover after the film.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when we do our film screenings, we always have like some information there for people to find out what films are coming up and information about the films that we're showing. And because we had the Metropolis posters up at our previous screening, a lot of people actually, it was surprising how many people knew about the lost footage and were saying, oh, well, this version has the lost footage in it. And it was really nice to be able to say, yes, we have it. And we have the, re-recorded version of the original score and things like that. So, yeah, I imagine it will provide lots of discussion, especially for those people that have seen it without the added footage, and then once they've seen it in its, entirety.
Was there anything else you'd like to cover or get over to our listeners? Or if not, could you just let them know once again where and when it's being shown and how they can find out more?
Yeah, well, our screening will be on Friday the 31st of March at the Avenue Theatre in Sittingbourne. Doors open at 7 o'clock and the film starts at 7:30, and the film duration is 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is quite a long one. The bar is there, so, you can get drinks and snacks before you go in. We might be doing an interval. We're not sure yet. We're going to, see what how the majority votes. Some people like to just power on through and watch the whole film, which is personally, how I like to watch movies. But, if there's enough people that would like to take a break in the middle, then we'll definitely do that. The ticket price is £4 for non-members and just £2 for members. Tickets and annual membership can be purchased on the night from the ticket desk. Annual membership costs £5, and for that you get a membership card, a Swale Film Society badge, an event postcard with all the information about the film and the original drawing by the local artist, and of course you get 50% off your ticket. Due to selling out at our last month's screening, we've also made it available for people to buy tickets in advance, and to do that you just need to visit the Avenue Theatre website, which is www.avenuestock. We also have an Eventbrite page. If you just go on there and look for local events, and if you type in Swale Film Society, that will come up. And if you have any questions, then, or if you want to get in touch, or if you want to find out more about becoming a member, just drop us an email at swalefilmsociety@gmail.com.
Helen, as always, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along. It's always appreciated and always good to catch up with you. Thank you very much once again for joining us.
Thank you so much, Daniel. It's great to have a chat about the new film, and hopefully we'll get lots of people along.